At Next Step, we talk a lot about limiting beliefs and glass ceilings, because both of these things, which we so often create, unfortunately can prevent you from the very things that you most want with your weight management. So becoming more aware of these things can lead to breakthroughs from time to time, which are not just nice, they're often necessary for this work. So here I'm going to talk about expectations. And let's just acknowledge right up front that we can't escape expectations, the expectations of others, of course, and our focus here, the expectations we have for ourselves. Now, if you think about your own expectations for yourself in this work of practicing a healthier lifestyle, it's very likely that you've already made the very mistake that we're hoping to highlight here in this video. Making it all about the scale, making it all about just your weight. Now, don't get me wrong here. Your weight, the scale, very important. We all agree on this. Period. End of story. But that number is one thing. And there are so many other things, positive things, remarkable things that happen, that you experience when you're actively working on your weight. But those positives are so often lost because of the gravitational pull of the scale from time to time. And then here's where the real problem comes in. If you make it all about the scale, just your weight, you're limiting yourself, and more significantly than you might think. Check this out. This is a study that sparked an awful lot of conversation in our field many years ago, and its findings are often brought back when discussing the expectations that people have, again, when trying to lose weight. So here it is. First, and this is important, this weight loss intervention and the subsequent results were hailed as being unusually effective, unusually successful. Translated, most studies don't show this level of weight loss. So that's point number one. Okay, next. Before embarking on their weight loss, people in the study were asked how much weight they wanted to lose, their goal. Then they were asked, how much weight loss would you view as somewhat successful, but one I would not be particularly happy with? And then third, how much weight loss would you view as a disappointment, couldn't be viewed as a success in any way? So, goal weight, somewhat successful, but not particularly happy with, utter disappointment. Those are the three. And here were their responses. People wanted to lose 72 pounds on average. In terms of a weight loss, they'd be somewhat successful, but not particularly happy with, a 55-pound weight loss. I'm pausing on that for just a second here to let that sink in. A 55-pound weight loss, a weight loss that I would not be particularly happy with. And then the disappointing weight loss result, the amount that couldn't be viewed as a success in any way, 37 pounds of weight loss. So those were people's expectations. And now the result, the outcome of this study, again, this unusually successful study, 32 pounds. People lost an average of 32 pounds. That's 5 pounds less than what they described as an utter disappointment. That's 23 pounds less than a weight loss that people would not be particularly happy with, and it's 40 pounds less than their weight loss goals. So what's the point? People want to lose a lot of weight. Everyone wants to lose a lot of weight, and that's totally understandable. But our expectations often don't line up with reality, particularly in the short term. And that discourages people from continuing, a glass ceiling. Now, while weight is important, incredibly important, if that's all you're focusing on, it's going to be very difficult to stay consistently motivated, to stay in action, so to speak, so that you can achieve bigger weight losses over time and keep off more weight, again, over time. If you're willing to put in the time to produce the results, that's everything, but you've got to stick with it or you don't get the results. So what do we do in the face of these expectations that are so often unrealistic, particularly, again, in the short term? Well, we don't say, lower your standards, because that opens up a whole different kettle of fish, and you know what I'm talking about there. We don't need any more back doors, so to speak, in this work. Instead, you continue to aim high with your weight loss goals. You go for a high standard. It keeps you working hard while also recognizing, appreciating, and maybe most important, reinforcing all the other benefits you're experiencing along the way while you're making diet and exercise changes for your weight. We're playing a bigger game here, and we may as well recognize that. It's called managing your health, managing your quality of life, and managing your weight. Your weight is a big part of it, but it is only a part. So by making a point to recognize these positives, health changes, good news from the doctor, quality of life changes that you experience, shifts in mindset maybe because you're in action, improvements in your diet or your activity level that can range from simple progress week to week to new milestones entirely. There's a lot of positives. By making it a mission to recognize all of these positives every week, we really do need to do it every week, you'll not only be more motivated, which is nice, it's actually a better way of staying in the game with your weight. Focusing on the scale alone will not accomplish that. So let me say it again. With a broader health management focus, you're not ignoring your weight. You're actually positioning yourself more powerfully to stick with your weight loss and your ongoing weight management as you continue to pursue this path that you've chosen in this area of your life, weighing less and being healthier in so many ways. And what a great path that is. So final word here. Bill and I worked for HMR for 33 years, HMR being Health Management Resources. Not weight management resources, health management resources. So even though we're all about helping you lose weight and weigh less in your life, it's about so much else as well. In that next step, we won't let you forget it. And you're welcome for that. Thanks for watching.